things here and get the video up so I can actually mute it. Still got it up early. All right, there that goes. Now I can talk without worrying about echo. That's a pain in the butt. How's everybody doing? Let me see if I can make a little adjustment. Come in a little bit deeper. That's not bad. And a little bit more centered. So I'm going to start doing some interior work, which is going to require me removing the cage. And I can start doing some of the stuff I want to do to that. So I should probably pull out my box, because I'm going to take the doors off and the hood off, and I may as well stick them in their original box so they don't get mucked up. So that's what we'll do to make this part easier. How's everybody's Tuesday? Let's see, we had a new axial release. Tiny little guy. Put you there. Put you there. That'll work for now. I'm going to have to take the hood off. Set these over here. Let's see. Those are just threes because of how they are. Didn't want to have any problems if I decided to, go scales. Seems to be, might be a little dirty in that hole. I'm going to have to clean it out, blow it out a little bit. But yeah, I got my other stuff in today, and I'll get that on the bench here in a few minutes. My rest of my A-main order. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use the seat. I went ahead and started modding into it last night, trying to make it fit. Because real estate's tight inside the interior here with everything going on. My guy's not the smallest guy to get fit in there. He sits nice as he is, but with the seat it puts him up too high. So I'm not sure what if anything I'm going to be able to do with that seat, if I can make it work or not. If not, I'll figure out a place to put it in one of my other rigs, which I think I know where I can put it. I got another rig it should sit into pretty decently, and took a minute. Okay. So with that, I'm going to have to drop shocks. It's going to be a little tight. Should be all right. pain in my butt. Okay. These ones out. Take a minute. Because they're in plastic and I don't have a driver. I think I'm going back to, for these I'm going to use button heads because they're going to be mostly hidden and I don't want to have to mess up these heads and try to get them out. It's a kind of a tight area. Well, I guess I am going to have to remove the panels. The front panel is going to have to come off to get that third bolt out. $16mm are some long ass bolts. They wanted to make sure this cage was well attached to the center skid plate. And it is. You got 4 other people out there. How you guys doing? Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday evening. I'm going to have hand cramps later, I think. Alright. Front fender here. Hey, Tool Time, what's up? They were. I mean, I like orange, and I gotta be honest, if they would have had a medium lime green kind of color, medium green, that would have been a real hard choice for me to decide on orange. But man, this orange out in the wild, shall we say, in the sunlight, oh, it's smoking. It looks so good. I'm happy with it. The blue looked really nice. I was kind of tempted. Thought about the gray a little bit. Thought about the gold a smidge. A little too flashy for my flavor on the gold. But man, yeah, the rest of this thing is, these oranges, yeah, just a killer color. I had these shocks. I'm like, man, if they're anything close to that, because I had those on the optic. If they're anything close to that gold or that orange, I'll be happy with it. Man, they are almost spot on, other than being matte compared to polished or semi-polished. Pop this off. Ooh, I'm gonna have to pop that servo out. Unless I unplug it, which would require a little digging, but actually once I get the cage up, I should be able to pull the servo off. Yeah, you get this thing out in a nice sunlight, wow, that orange just pops. I mean, it just comes to life and starts glowing. It's a beautiful color. If I could get them to get me a set of clear panels, not raw, I should say raw panels, not sealed, I'd anodize them myself. I started anodizing in 2008, maybe 2009 with the Baja. Did a bunch of Bajas, a good couple dozen over the year or so. Mostly everybody else's. I did a couple of mine, and then everybody liked to work so much they had me anodize. I was kind of running in the low, so I anodized the side business. Okay, let's see. Is that it? Oh, I'm gonna have that too. Okay. A few things involved. Nope, that's already off. But I do have to kind of move the link around. That's MS4. Is there another? Not in there, there's not. Oh, yep. Nope, that's out of the way. That's on there. Is it just rubbing that? Sure went on. Oh, no, that's. There it is. There it is. There might be one underneath the back panel. I guess I'm going to have to double check that. No, that's the top. That should come off with it. Let's see. What do I got going on here? Guess I could cut these zip ties. that in the other rig. Anywho. Alright, let's see. This thing came off a lot easier. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay. Yuppers, I gotta take that other one off. So I need one of those. I don't think that's the right one. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. That is the right one. Oh, I know what it is. Trying to remember everything that there was to put this thing together. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm good. Put these two back in. So I don't need to have them out. Okay. Now, that's got to come out. to get a couple of my connectors out. Put a little connector on this. And I'll fire this puppy up, I guess. I need to heat up a couple wires and desolder them here. I'll finish cutting these off. Had that one come unsoldered, so that makes it easier. I guess it broke the wire, but at least it broke it on the long side. You're over here to go in with the optic when I'm ready to get the lights done in that. Put that one back together. Here. Move the light a bit. Okay. My seat ride's right there. I'm going to put in a different receiver. Even though I bought that receiver for this rig, I'm going to use one of the 8 channels. Not that I need it. So, come on, John. You can sit over here and hang out. Put you guys in here. Excuse me. Again. Goodness. Let's not start that. Or that. Alright. So let's take a peek. This can come up around here. Something I didn't show the other night, I don't think, is the light. It's my Trick RC rear light setup. And instead they have it zip stripped around the bar in there. And instead of zip stripping it, I measured out the holes on the inside, on the bottom of the top, marked them on the mounts, drilled a hole through there, for the mounts so it's centered, and then just bolted it to the bottom of those bolts. And instead of using a 10 millimeter here, I used a 6, which allowed me the room after this to use another 6, or maybe even a 3 on the light side to lock those down. I may even used a 3 or I think I got 3 mil. I think I used a 3 up here. I got to tighten that one up, I guess. I used the 3 up front here. Oh, wrong one. The wrong one. The wrong one again. That's the 2.5 millimeters, so I need this other. Where did it just go? I had them both here. Got to tighten that one up. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, like I said yesterday in my little live that I did, ordered a few things. Put that down here. I got some black diamond plate that I'm probably going to use. And what I'm going to try to do with that is on the inside here, use it on the inside, get it so I can pinch it right in between these two bolts and maybe this one and hold it all into place. Kind of self-bend, it might be a little tricky, but if I can get some black diamond plate in here to help hide this stuff, the wiring and stuff as it's coming through, it would be a lot better. I'm not sure that's where my wiring is going to be, but that's where it is for now, up out of the way. But if I can put some black diamond plate in there, add just that little bit of scale detail, the trick is, am I going to be able to bend it, because it's kind of funky. I was hoping to be able to do one whole piece from up front here down all the way into this area. But that's some tricky ass bending. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that. What I'd end up having to do is take out the whole front end piece and the center spot, looks like. Take those two pieces right out and then turn around and get a template made. And I kind of could do that, but I want to leave this in here while I'm forming up the dash. That's something else I'm going to use. But instead of the black diamond plate, this is what I was waiting for. The other order that didn't come in yesterday is silver aluminum diamond plate from RC4 Drive. They actually shipped this with a big old hard piece of, I don't know, plastic or wax cardboard maybe. Yeah, it looks like a thin hard wax cardboard. Man, that stuff's stiff. Might be able to make some stuff out of that too. But anyways, I want to use this on the interior. One of the things I'm going to do on the interior here is I'm going to build a box over here, up in this area right here. Get a box and cover all that stuff there, so it's, you know, basically single driver seat. So I got to do some template making. Gonna need to get some melamine paper, which I got a couple folders somewhere that I could use. Probably out in the other room. I think I got some new ones in the file cabinet. That's 30 years old and hasn't been opened in about 10. Stuff I don't need anymore, so I can probably go through most of that and throw all the old stuff out. There's a few things in there I gotta empty out. Maybe get rid of that big ass heavy thing. But anywho, gonna do some diamond plate. So one piece of this I'm gonna stick down here with the black stuff, I guess, right now. Keep it nice and flat. I'll have one piece out. So I need should find, take a look around. I know they're not far, but I gotta find my digital calipers. Make life a little bit easier doing some of this stuff. Of course, they're set up for millimeters, but I don't care about what it measures as long as it measures the right length. So I can set it and lock it in when I'm doing a couple things. I slid back there. I'm going to take a peek. It should be down cool enough. Now I can shut it off. Make sure that ain't there. Okay, no, not back there. Can't be far, but not jumping right out at me. I know I got them close. I don't take them too far off this bench. I'll find them. Probably got them up underneath on the shelf. Here, it's not where they should be, where I thought I would have put them. Yeah, I'll find them. In the meantime, I need a pencil. cardboard, the template. Okay. Seal coated down. Okay. Stuff's pretty thick. Pretty thick. Yeah, this is a real hard cardboard. Thick pressed piece of cardboard, keeping everything clean. There. Now, so what I want to do, as I was saying, is set myself up a box. Like this. So I'm going to need a black marker to put a good mark on that. Well, where did the marker go? Losing all sorts of stuff. Yeah, that'll work. So from there, okay. Okay. So that's actually this top. So I'll leave that side open. That'll bend down. That'll slide in there. Come up underneath. I might be able to lip it over top of that. Tuck it in so it hides underneath the door panel a little bit. Alright. So let's see how easy this stuff cuts. Not too bad, really. Holy cow, big old spider. Where'd you come from? Come crawling right out there. Hiding somewhere. Looks like it's time to fumigate again. Of course, it is getting winter and things are getting cold outside, so things are starting to come in. Okay. Now, get rid of Mr. Squish here. Okay. So if that's going to fold that way, bam, bam, bam. I want to add a little ability to box it up. So that's where I gotta come in and do some tab. That tab will fold over, and I'll be able to run some glue into it, tighten it up. Be able to use the rest of that in another section. Okay. Now, let's move this stuff out of I'll shove my coffee over there. This stuff up and out of the way a bit. Okay. Try to edge that off a little more. All right. Okay. Tap around this to tighten up this edge. Okay. Trim out that little bit once I get it into place. I have to do a little trim out back here to get her into that. Okay, so if I trim this off a little bit on front, about that much. go. Trimmed out. It's got to be mounted in place. Of course, it's open on the inside. Check it from the other side. Let me turn around this way. So I trimmed it out just so it would kind of clip right in there. Let's see, I'll do a little bit better with it. What is that one for? That's for that bolt. I could always add a hole there and get that bolt to go down inside. And then once I get the stuff kind of set up in there, I'll add another piece. Maybe across the back here. But I think for the simple idea of mechanical box to keep all the stuff hidden, so it's you're safe and things ain't quote unquote. If this is a real one-to-one, obviously it's not, but keep that stuff from flying up if you blow it up when you're trying to get up a hill. But yeah, I think that'll work out just fine for what I'm looking to do here. Yeah, I think that'll work out real well. Because then, of course, this can slip on through, be hidden even better. Ooh, wrong spot. That wire will slip through there. I'm going to have to go in there with it. And then there. go. Gonna need some charge. Let's snap a couple picks here just because that's kind of where I like it. Getting there anyways. Dogger. Yeah, dogger. And you kind of clipping into place. What's going on here? Dog. Here's a dog. Oh. Ben up here. There we go. No. Try to move that out of the way. I guess that was maybe holding it. I'll just bump it again. this one. Okay. As little as that is, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit for the moment, anyways. I don't know that I'm going to try to do anything else tonight because I want to try to get some sleep tonight if I can. I haven't been sleeping too well or too much, and I'm tired and I could use a little extra sleep, so I ain't going to push it too much. But I got the work started. That's the most important thing. Got my stuff and then started. I'm not to really push that in there. That might be even too thick just to allow that clearance. Either that or just put a little slim on that. But I really don't want to do that. So I don't want that to be loose. But alright. That's part of it. So let me take my pieces here, put these back. Go ahead and put you away. Okay. And this I'll slip back in the bag. With the cardboard. Actually, I'll leave the cardboard out so I can use that and start cutting it. Alrighty. That will work. Put you in here. Flatten all you out. Okay, put you on the bottom. here. This can come over here. Put this back on it. A few in place. Just a few back here. We don't need you over here for the moment. You guys can go where you belong. This stuff can sit out here for a few days while I'm modeling. And this I'm going to stick up here where it's not going to get messed up. At least for now. Go back here. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. What was that, hour and 25? Kick over and watch Tony and Pablo, RC Amigo and CCXRC. Their live started maybe 20-25 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, something like that. So thanks for hanging out on part 1 of the Origin interior mod build. I'm going to be doing a bunch of work on it, so as I'm doing this mod work, I'll kick on. Tomorrow night I'm going to try to get home and spend some time underneath my 1-to-1 truck, because I got a front end to put on. I'm tearing it off right now. I got most of it ready to go. I need to get a couple things done so I can take my front A-arms off. My upper A-arms off. Do those, get those done. Actually what I gotta do is undo my shocks first. Take the top nuts off the shock, drop the shocks out, which I'm gonna put new shocks on it too. Drop the shocks out, and then I can lower the lower A-arm and get the spring out. And once that's all done, now it's gonna be rock'em sock'em robots. Get both A-arms, upper and lower A-arms put in place with new ball joints. Whole new rack set up with the tie rod ends, the idler arm, the pitman arm, everything else I need to put that back in the gear and get my truck back on the road. So anyways, thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys had a good time watching. Of course, it was kind of boring, kind of slow. I wasn't doing much. Suggestions are welcome, so you could always throw in chat, throw in the comments of the video. Hey, why don't you try this if you thought about that? Because there's a lot I thought about, but there's a lot I haven't thought about. This is going to be really my first major custom build in interior. I've done a little bit here and there, but nothing like this. So I really want to kind of go over the board with it, if you will, and then take everything I've learned doing this and add it in and start doing some work on one of my drift rigs just to kind of make it look better. But anyways, go ahead, head over, check out RC Amigo and CCXRC. Their live's going on right now. I will see anybody over there in a few minutes. Talk to you later.